So Workshop Wednesday this week won't involve any turning. This week I've been trying some colours for Jason from Salisbury Crafts. So this is just a little Bunnings, which is our box store here, like Harbour Freight I guess. I've cut of laminated something. It's quite soft and splintery, but having that I knew it would soak up the colour. So in this video you'll see me applying the colours from Salisbury Crafts, and this is the result. It's not designed to be a fantastically artistic piece. It's designed to showcase how the colours look on the wood. I'm not an artist. I don't go, well, I suppose people tell me I'm an artist with wood, but I'm not. Colour's not my forte. So I've had a play with Jason's products, and they're easy to use, they're easy to clean up, and from my uninformed opinion, I think they look quite good on the wood. So please enjoy the video, like, subscribe, share, and drop on to Jason's website and have a look at his products. They're pretty good. Okay, just having a little bit of a play here with some Salisbury Crafts colours. This is pink. Jason has recommended that I put these on with the brush. I've shaken them for quite a while. I'm not sure whether these are actually paints or stains, so let's see. The wood, just a bit of Bunnings offcut, laminated something, God knows what. So that seems to be quite a deep little bit of colour there. Careless here, don't have any water for my brush. Okay, water situation rectified. So that was pink. I'll go with a light pink. These are, I think, closer to a paint than what the other samples Jason sent to me. They were stains. You can still just see the grain of the wood through this. So the lighter, and I think this is one of the things that Jason wanted to see, was how the coverage was. Now I think I have shaken that. I can see the fluid all the way through there, and there doesn't seem to be anything on the bottom, so I do think I've shaken it enough. The lighter colours, that certainly hasn't covered as well as what the pink did. Just give it another coat. So that's, to me, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, to me that's more like it's a stain more so than a paint. It's certainly giving colour, but the depth of colour compared to the darker pink is certainly nowhere near it. And the other one is the red. And this is, I realise the way I'm colouring here is quite rudimentary, but the purpose of this exercise is more about, I think if I'm getting it right, seeing what the coverage is like than it is creating a fantastic artistic piece. So we got the red here. Well, even going into the palette, that looks quite dark. There we go, we'll let them dry and see how they come up. Okay, this is the following day. The bowl colours have dried and I can now actually see a distinct difference between them. So I sent a picture to Jason last night and he said no, you can definitely see it. I would have argued with him last night, but I won't argue with him this morning. So now, as per Jason's request, we'll go for a second coat and just see whether or how much difference that makes. So we did the pink, the light pink and the red. We'll do the same again. So this is the pink. And I think what I'll do before I turn it round, I'll probably get some black acrylic and define the lines between the colours. I thought about using a Sharpie, but my experience with the Sharpie is if I decide to put a lacquer over the top of it, the colour from the Sharpie then runs. So if I put a black acrylic, just a poster paint on a fine brush, acrylics once they dry don't run when you spray an oil-based lacquer over them. Whereas, and also be the same I guess for oil-based paints, wouldn't run if you put a water-based lacquer over them. So that's coat number 2 for the light pink. So I'll probably get back to this tonight and turn it round, hollow the bowl out and maybe put the defining lines on. I may not get back tomorrow because I have to go and get a load of potatoes for our fish and chip shop. We cut our own chips. So we buy bulk potatoes. So now the red. As you can see, I'm not doing anything particularly complex with application, just wetting the brush and spinning it round till I can see a reasonably even coverage all the way around. So that's 2 coats of each. I'm not going to do more than 2. I'll wait for that to dry and then we'll hollow out the inside of the bowl, and I'm going to colour the inside, I think, with yellow, orange and sunburnt orange. So putting a bit of black in to differentiate between the colours. Actually well and truly outside my comfort zone doing this, so interesting to see how it turns out. Who knows? Well, it certainly doesn't look like it's been done by a machine. There we go, interesting. G'day everybody, back again to do the inside. So this, no turning here. This is a bit of laminated wood from Bunnings, probably might be pine, it could be, it's fairly soft. A bit of tear out in it, took a bit of sanding to get back. So that's sanded on the inside to 240. So as for the outside, I'm going to use some, get that on the yellow. The outside was red, pink and light pink. So the inside I'm going to do yellow, orange and sunburned orange. Or should I say, if I want to go in the order I intend to put it on in, is orange, yellow and sunburned orange. That could change, I mean, might not get it the right way around, hey. And I also have the sunburned orange in one of Jason's textures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sunburned orange on the rim with the texture, and I'll have that's why I'm going for the sunburned orange on the inside. So I'll brush it on the inside and I'll put it on the rim with the texture so we can see if there's a lot of difference between the texture and the paint application method. So what did I say? Orange in the bottom, and then yellow. So I believe these are what would be used to fill the paint pens if you had refillable paint pens in these colours, I believe. And Jason might be able to comment on the video and let me know if I'm right or wrong, that these would be the ones that you would use to fill those textures, to refill those textures, because they are refillable textures. So then we go a bit of sunburn orange right back here on the rim. I don't mind it bleeding in with the yellow a bit. I don't need a defined line there. Okay, so that's the sunburned orange with the brush. Now I have pre-shaken this and I have pre-loaded the tip. So let's if I was doing my tops with this, I would have the, alright, let's do that. Let's have the lathe spinning. Let's see how that works. Because if I was using this colour to do tops, that's how I'd apply it. I'd have the lathe spinning at its slowest speed. Might just have a little wipe off around the outside there. There's a little bit of build up there. So there we have one coat each of orange, yellow, sunburned orange, and then the rims applied with the texture. Okay, so we've been sitting for probably a couple of hours now. So I'm just going to use a green scratchy just to denub it, because with the water base there's a bit of the grain just standing up a bit. That's all it needs. And now my standard practice with all of Salisbury Crafts stuff that I've used has been 2 coats. So everything I'm doing, I'm comparing apples with apples. So orange again. And I'm just cleaning the brush in between. I'm not swapping brushes or anything like that. It's just giving it a rinse out in water and then a wipe off on a rag. So now back into the yellow. And again, I'm not overly worried if they're bleeding together a little bit. And then out with the sunburned orange. And as for the first time, I will do the rim with the texture. Same deal, I'll turn it on again and just do it as I would have done it if it was a top. Give it a little freshen up. Now I'm not actually sure if I can pick any difference between the application with the texture and with the brush. The texture may be just a very tiny little smidge darker, but really there's not much in it. So I'm just using this little cheap palette tray. Now, I'm not going to do this over the lathe bed, but just a bit of water in each container that's had the paint in it. That's the cleanup. So that's the colouring done on the inside. I'll let that sit and dry. I'll put a couple of coats of, it's just a finishing sealer from my box store, clear gloss spray. I found that's not just with the Salisbury Craft colours, with any acrylic water-based type stuff. I found that's the best way to get it sealed without the colours bleeding.